All right, welcome everyone. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Ben's Brick Designs. I'm Ben. Hope you're having a good week. Oh, forgot to turn that off every time. Already losing my voice, so we'll see how long this goes, but hopefully everybody's having a good week. We're almost done with this week. And got some weekend plans coming up, so hope it's all Lego related for you. Good evening, Bev. How are you? So today, and of course the chat doesn't resonate or doesn't show up on the screen really well, so I have to keep that up there. Good, there we go. Today we're doing a ship that was in the newest Mandalorian and Grogu movie as a microfighter, and literally just happened. This is what happens when I don't talk to anybody all day. What's up, Johnny? So, I'm going to put this in the chat. This was what spurred me on to do this today. So this is a ship that we see in Mandalorian and Grogu. And I have this on my list for a long time. But it's called an HH-87 Starhopper. And Lego made a set out of this a while back. And I didn't even know that they had made it. I don't know if this was like Power of the Force or something like that. I feel like this was a Clone Wars ship, because down here this is like Obi-Wan Kenobi's disguise, where he went undercover as a bounty hunter or something like that to infiltrate something. And I think this was one of the ships they used in, I don't remember this arc of the Clone Wars that much, so I have to go back and look at it. But when we go to Nar Shaddaa in Mandalorian and Grogu, there's a bunch of these ships, right? They're flying all over the planet. They're escorting ships in, and I think of this great way they launched out of these tubes, kind of like Battlestar Galactica style. So the link that I put in is for a channel called Radio Free Coruscant that did a kind of a deep dive on the ship. They find a ship, they recreate it in Blender, do all the stats on it, that kind of stuff. They also do things like the 5 best ships for bounty hunters, the 5 best ships for pleasure cruises. You know, they just kind of pick a random category and then kind of assign ships to it. It's quite a good channel. I really enjoyed it. So that came out like earlier this week. I was like, you know what? I'll go ahead and do that for the ship. For microfighter. Been meaning to for a while. Let's see if we can find an image that's a decent size that's not Lego. The problem is it's a kind of a rare ship until, so we got a good look at the afterburners here. But yeah, so let's give it a shot in studio and see how it goes. So I hope you're all doing well. We're going to create a new one. Now, this could be piloted by any number of criminal cronies that serve any one of the huts. It could be anyone from Jabba's group. It could be anyone from, and I forget the two cousins in Mandalorian and Grogu, but they have a whole slew of these people. Plus they have like repurposed battle droids from back in the day. So we can start with maybe like a Nikto, but let's see if we can just find an alien head in here and see what what it gives us, because we might be able to luck into either a molded head or a cool printed head. Yep, made it to the end of the week. My boss is not going to be in tomorrow, so it'll hopefully be a quiet day. I've got some stuff to do at work, like server-wise, but not a ton. So it doesn't look like we've got a printed one. I don't know if we can do an alien Star Wars head. If we do alien SW, this is what we get. Sand, Tusken Raider, Zam Wessel. This is that. I forget the species, but it's the pod racer pilot with the long neck. Don't know who this is. It's probably a Jawa. It's another Jawa. Who's that? Don't know. So let's not do alien Star Wars. Let's just do alien head and see what we can come up with. So this week's been pretty good. No complaints, really. Beth had a medical procedure on Monday. I drove her to, but it was in and out. It was a day procedure, so not a big deal. And that's about it. Man, I thought I'd see like a Nikto in here or something, but I guess not. Let's do Star Wars head. See what we come up with. The big thing, and this is on everybody's mind in terms of Lego, and I feel like we're past it. I feel like we're almost past it. Is the bricks and minifigs debacle. Oh, look, they've got Marek. Got Marek's helmet in here. That's pretty cool. A lot of helmets. But no real alien heads. Those are a little harder, I'm guessing. We had Greedo. We had Plo Koon. We have a Trandorian. Rodian. Let's just see if we can do... And there weren't many printed heads either, by the looks of it. Yes, they went well. It was colonoscopy. They found some polyps. They're waiting to get a biopsy on all of them. But the bad part is just to go on a low residue diet, which basically means like zero fun of like anything you like, you're going to have to stop eating. So she's not real happy about that. She's waiting to talk to her GI about it. But I sure thought that we could get a Nikto head in here at least. None of these are striking my fancy, so let's just do head spikes. No. Horns. No. Yeah, I saw that. I think you and Brian and I were discussing it in Discord. And I think they also said that they have parted ways with the people who are running that franchise currently. The people they kind of like put in place. So we'll see what happens. And I think I read somewhere that they were like, yeah, if we can find it, we're gonna give it back. But again, I don't know. So here, this looks pretty alien-ish. We're gonna turn the filter off. We're gonna color it tan. And we're just gonna go from here. Okay, so we're gonna do torso, armor, something that doesn't have... Yeah, that's good. We'll color this brown. This doesn't really matter because right arm. I don't know if you can hear it, but my voice just like went out. Like for real went out. So I'm hoping that all this business is kind of behind everybody. And I hope it doesn't impact local bricks and minifigs very much. Because it's that, you know, it's that thing where I know people who own or who run a bricks and minifigs. So my frame of reference is the two people who are doing that. And to me, the whole story of this is on the other side of the world. And it's really hard to not identify with, but there, that's Star Wars alien enough. But yeah, so hopefully we can get back to our Lego feeds being, at least on Blue Sky, we get back to our Lego feeds being all about members of Congress, which is also MOC. The feed picks up the word MOC, which is a lot of, you know, contact your member of Congress. And also the Iranian political videos. Those are apparently what's making the rounds. So, all right. So we're going to save this as... You were just like, are you okay? You're just like meandering around. So this is going to be the HH... What is this? 87 Starhopper. All right, so now that I've got that saved, got a new beer here. It is brewed and canned by Martin House. Martin House is a really great brewery. It's out of Fort Worth, Texas. I don't condone anything coming out of the DFW area, other than maybe some people who live in the DFW area who are Lego friends, but this is called Texas Sheet Cake. It is a bourbon barrel imperial stout, not bourbon barrel, but imperial stout with cocoa powder, vanilla, and pecans, or pecans, however you want to say it. It's got a nice skull on the front of it there. I've had one of these already. They are absolutely delicious. I got a 4-pack. It's so good. Like, I know every time I get one of these and I'm like, Beth, you should taste this. It's really good. She's like, is this one of those things that you say tastes like chocolate and and to me it tastes like beer? I'm like, yeah. She drinks it. She's like, God, it just tastes like beer. And I'm like, how can you say that? It tastes like this. Does this taste like angel food cake? So good. What's the ABV on this? Oh, it's 10%. So on top of it, that's pretty high ABV. So I better slam it so that the next hour of the stream can be real fun. All right, so the most unique part of this ship, and this, I feel like it was designed by the same people who also did, like, if you look at sail barge will look like this. It's got this kind of, like, I don't want to say it's a cow guard, but like the front of steam trains that have the cow guard, it's got that kind of slope, right, with like all these little doors and stuff on it. But if you also look at there's no other way to say this, but like the skiff, also has this same sort of sectioned slopey part as the as this ship. So I feel like it's a similar design team, and I don't know if the lore behind it well enough to know if it was made for the Hutts, if the Hutts commissioned it, or if they just bought something that was readily available. The lore on Hutts is really interesting. If you have some time to look it up, it's actually pretty cool. So you can see from the Lego set here, the wings do collapse. In Mandalorian and Grogu, they fold backwards so they can shoot out of a tube, and then they all unfold once they get out, right? So this would be like a normal landing configuration, but also like the wings could probably fold back as well. I don't know if we're going to be able to get all this done, right? But the other thing is I want to make sure to get this as close to it as possible, because I feel like that's the... Hey, what are you doing? Cat? It's the cat, isn't it? Hang on real quick. What's the cat doing? If you guys can't behave, I'm gonna get you out of here. You're okay. Dogs are acting really weird. They're all like roaming around here. So, to start with, let's put our 2x8 plate. I get to run a how to build microfighters workshop at Brick Rodeo, and everybody who signs up will get a microfighter of the Y-wing. And the easiest thing I'm going to do with that is say you can change the colors, and suddenly you've got Rex's Y-wing, or you've got Ahsoka's Y-wing, or you have Anakin's Y-wing. Those are the Republic Y-wings. You can also change it so it looks more like a Rebel Y-wing, or a Galactic. You can even make a story up that this is a Galactic Empire, an Imperial Y-wing, or something like that. So the typical size that I at least start with, it doesn't always work out, is a 2x8. If you look at most microfighters, they're about 8 long. So that's why I like sticking this under here. Doesn't mean it'll always work out, but it will, like I have a feeling this will be a little slopier in the front. We'll have this extended little section bit in the back with the thrusters. And this will give us enough area right here to make the wings. And I have some ideas about the wings, but we'll get there when we get there. And we're going to color everything. I think this is all tan and dark tan. So, I mean, this will give us some ideas, like the Lego set itself. It used these big, for lack of a better term, I call these Millennium Falcon pieces, because these are usually pieces that comprise the dish of a Millennium Falcon at some point, but they're basically like they're quarter sections of like a sloped, curved wedge. If I type all that in, it doesn't really find it. It's called like a round slope or something. I forget what it's called. Yeah, these guys, right? Something like this. Something like this, but smaller. That's even too big. No, the difference is going to be that looks the part. And again, I'm not going to go with that. I'm going to go with the one we see in the Clone Wars, at least. I don't think there have been many images from the movie about screenshots of the movie yet. It just came out like a couple weeks ago. So it's got a more pointed front. So there's options. We'll figure some of these out. If you do a round left wedge, you got pieces like this. You've got pieces like this. Got pieces like that. And again, we want to make these segmented looking. And without stickers, that's going to be rough to do. There's also like... this is basically one piece. But if you wanted to get crazy, you could put something with rings in the front of it. Or bars. And like do a clip and bar thing where they all kind of lay down. But again, it has to be kind of one piece. Otherwise, it looks like it's fingers coming off the... or a mustache coming off the front of a ship. And if you want to make a mustache, that's your deal. A ship with a mustache. Got these pieces. Let's color all these in dark tan. And we'll just see what's available and what's not. I have a feeling that quite a few of these are not going to be available. Like that. That will be. That is not. And that will be. Cool. There's also these guys. So we wanted to make 2 of these. There's also these guys, which don't come in that. We should also see if they come in like a regular tan, just to be safe. Turn this back on. Doesn't look like it. Oh, I was like, why do I only see the left sides of these? So let's do wedge. So how's everybody's day going? How's your week going? We got big plans for the weekend coming up at all? Bricks and Brews is this Saturday, so if you're in the Austin area and want to come get a beverage, I will be there. I think it's just going to be me and Reggie. Bev and Missy said they would stop by, but I think they're doing the library thing with Enrique, who came and got all the play brick today. I think Josh will be there. Frankie and Don will be there. And I think Ricky was going to do something, but I think his play group, his D&D group, is meeting. That same day. It's so bad that these aren't available in another color. Oh, you're going to the brewery instead of the library. Oh, okay. Well, thank you very much. So this isn't a bad combination here. I know it's an older piece, but it's got the right shape. And because it's segmented a little bit, it gives it, you know, there's, if you look at it, there's 1, 2, 3 sections. And, you know, you can kind of imagine that that's what's going on there. If I went up a little higher here with another one, with a smaller one, let's group this guy together. All right, so the library is going to have, I think Izzy said he was going to. So Izzy, Frankie, Dawn, Enrique, Josh. That's a good amount of people. Hopefully they'll all be able to bring some mocks, and then they got play brick. And then we'll have 4 people unless we get a last minute anybody showing up. So, and I know you guys were planning on going to the library initially. So if you just want to do the brewery for like a couple hours, that's fine. If you just want to hang out or whatever. Don't feel you need to stay the whole time. We're leaving a little earlier this time. They need the space at 7, so they asked if we could leave at 6:30, and I'm like, I'll do you one better. We can leave at 6. All right, so I'm going to put some snot bricks in here. These don't need to be this color, but that'd be cool if they were. But that's expensive. Holy crap. Let's do tan. Actually, let's do dark gray. Let's do a twofer on the back here. Again, dark gray. And now I want to accent this probably, I don't know, man, olive green. This looks like it's got some olive green on it. The Lego set has lime green, which bleh, I don't think looks as good. So we're going to try some olive green and see what that looks like. That's according to this, which looks like it's from the Clone Wars. I tried to get fewer Lego things on here, but DuckDuckGo is like, it's not as good as restricting your searches as Google is. Like if I put minus Lego, it should know don't pull any Lego out, but that looks like it would give me about 4 sets or 4 images. So all right, so using the snot bricks, I want to put another... Actually, do I need snot bricks here? I was going to make like a side wall. This is actually pretty good. This DeviantArt, but it gives you a good idea. Yeah, most of these are the Lego set. So this is going to be really hard to... I've never seen so few images and so many Lego images. Put a little sidewall up here for the passenger because he's going to be taking up most of the bulk of this section here, and then we'll have to do the wings back here. Let's maybe go without these for just a second, and maybe do. You know what they don't have? They don't have a 3 long slope. They have a 1 long, or they have a 2 long. And a 4 long, but not a 1x3 slope. Be interested to see if they ever come up with something like that. I don't want this to come out too far. Just try something here. Yeah, it is a weird ship. I like when I saw it in the movie, I forgot that it was available. Like I forgot that it was a thing. This is going to be a little weird. Wait, let's try. I was like, oh, that's a really cool ship. The whole movie was full of me going, I just want to know what that ship is. What's that ship? What's that ship? The rest of the movie was like, yeah, it's fine. Plate. And slope. And we can put our forever cheese wedge here. Because it is a microfighter. Okay, that's not really what I want to do. What is that, 1x3? But I think I can do this in olive green. So that wouldn't be too bad. I might come back and rework it, but let's keep it like this for now. Got a curved slope, and I'm going to do a inverted slope under here in dark gray to hold these two together and make sure they're fastened to this. So, and I don't know what the underside of this looks like. It looks like this is more of like the front scoopy part, and this is just like the whole thing kind of flowing back into almost nothing. So there'd be some greebling or something back here. So I'll put some boat bottoms or something under here later. So we don't need these right away. So if we were doing the wings, now the wings fold both up and rotate back. And we have 2 sets of wings. So I think the idea is we'll probably get like a pole, a bar. Now these don't go all the way through, but those 1x1 ones do. They should go all the way through, right? Nope, they don't. I thought they did. These do. The washing machine ones do. Beth is home. See the washing machine ones. Hello. Okay. All right. So now if we do a bar, 4L, this should be long enough to be to have both wings on here. But we might need something longer. In fact, this might need to be, so this needs to hold 2 different wings and then a looks like a couple laser cannons, but the wings, the parts of the wing can be the laser cannon holder too. So, hey Beth, you want to try this beer? It tastes like angel food cake.
I don't believe you one bit. I think you're a liar.
You think it tastes like beer?
I think it tastes like beer, yeah.
Nah, I'm not trying to trick you. I'm just trying to get you to enjoy it.
Look what we got at work today. At dog work, not human work.
Hey! Like a fish? Like, is that the first time y'all got those?
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
Uh-huh.
How long's the shop been open?
A couple years.
And that's the first time you got shirts?
Yeah.
You know what the irony is?
Huh?
The Lego groups, the lugs, are going through it right now.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're all like, you need to wear shirts. And you're like, look at this new shirt I got.
Does it look okay?
You're adorable in that. It's your color. It fits great. Yeah. It looks really good. Beth works at Wolfgang.
Okay.
It's a retail dog place. It's not like it's private practice.
Well, it's grooming.
It's grooming and it's grooming in a bakery.
I don't groom or bake.
Yeah, and she doesn't groom or bake. So, I was thinking this tile here for the guns. It's gonna need to go like here to stay on, which doesn't leave too much. Huh? Oh. So let's replace these again with bar 2L. These guys we can do. See, that still doesn't give me a whole lot of room there. In fact, it covers everything up that's useful about the bar. What I wanted to do was a these weird binoculars as guns right there. These come in dark bluish gray. I don't have too many of these. I think they're a little rare. So what is more likely to happen is get some of these, and then are you murdering the cat? Like that. Probably even put those two in here like this for blasters. It's probably a little big, but I think that looks cool. Yeah. Well, our cat may not have 9 lives remaining. I think he's probably down to about 6. I had to get new trash cans because I'd had it with our cat. We had regular like white plastic, probably a little top heavy, rounded top kitchen trash cans with like the lid that kind of goes into it like that, kind of like into it, a little rounded bit. And Mr. Cat had figured out how to get up on the counter and jump down and knock it over and eat whatever was in the trash. So because he'd figured that out, I was like, nah, and I wanted to for a while, but I was like, time to... Oh, the cheapest color is white. All right, well, let's do black. So now I got some grown-up trash cans that are like the brushed metal with like, it's a flat top, it's a little heavier, and it's got the sensors that open it. So we'll see if that's any better. Yeah, he's literally a trash panda. Our friends watched the animals for us. While I was in the ER or in the hospital because Beth was staying with me. And so she was like, can you guys go check on the animals? And they're like, we'll take care of it. And so we got a great picture. And it's him. They'd come in and the trash can was down and he was in front of the trash can. And they had said, the art and the artist. And I was like, that's really funny. So instead of this piece, there is the 2x3 round piece. It's just a plate, but it's got a rounded end, this guy, but I don't know what color they come in. As long as they come in maybe tan would be all right. So this could be used as well. And I like this one. Oh, does that fit that? That's pretty cool. I might use that. That's in the way. Gonna move that out a bit. Huh. I'm gonna go see if this works. Hang on real quick. Because this would be rad. Well, it fits, but it's very loose. So that won't hold in place very well at all. So good idea, not this shell, as my theater director used to say. If I do this, that works. I know that'll work, but that's not going to be very stable. So again, I'm thinking about this wing right here. And I'm going to get rid of these and do just one at a time. And I'm just going to leave one over here just in case it doesn't work. No point in putting two in. Round plate. Had to move the kitchen trash in the garage because, yeah, I bet. And that's frustrating. You're like, you've got your convenience of, like, this is where we put our trash because it's close to the kitchen. And so that goes there. And then this can go backward a little bit. Now I just need to be able to get a wing onto it. I almost want to do it backwards. And I'll tell you why. Because I may put something right here, and I don't want these studs getting in the way. And the studs are clear of this. They're separated out pretty well. So even if I wanted to do a I wish we had a long wedge. Very tapered wedge plate. Those plates that are on, what are those? Ah, that's funny. So you're like, it's time to take the trash out to the street. Where is it? Okay, is it a fin? It's going to drive me nuts. I'm going to have to look it up. So, what was that dude's name? Cobb Vanth. That's what it was. That's what I want. This piece. Okay, that's a hinge, but what's this called? Angled side extensions. So I wanted to do a plate extensions. Because there's these, but those are way too long. Can you imagine? Yep, there's your microfighter. Okay, so not that. Thought maybe that would be, but that's a little too big. I guess just a tile. 2x6 is going to be too big too. Tell you what, let's do so yeah, this weekend we got Bricks and Brews. Then next weekend could be a small thing like that. Oh, and they come in dark tan. Look at that. If I could make the rest of the wings kind of smallish, that might not be too bad. What is next weekend? This weekend, the 13th. Next weekend is lug bulk sorting, which I was trying to get not on the 13th, but because I have a friend who's doing a birthday get together, I was like, it's right in the middle of the lug bulk sort, so I don't know how I'm going to swing that. Maybe show up early and then just pick my stuff up later. Then Juneteenth is coming up, and then another tech slug meeting, and then Father's Day, and then after that it's like a month till Brick Rodeo. So that's going to be fun. I signed up for the 4 games that I wanted to do. I've got my mocks registered. I've got my schedule for what events I'm either organizing or hosting and or backing up. Yeah, it's right around the corner. Okay, so now I need a bigger wing here that also rotates on this. This might just have to be a 3 bar. And how far in can we make this go? Right there. Okay. This is now just on that stud that's in there, and that's fine. I could put another stud out here if I wanted to. When's Brick World Chicago? I know a lot of people are going to Brick World Chicago. They always do. Oh, that's like in 2 weeks. So it's real soon. Yeah. I hope that those who are going to Brick World Chicago have a lovely time. Okay, so I almost want another one of these, but I need something different. So I put these turrets back on. Let's see how much room I've got after this. So I've got to get something in there. Plate, clip. Modified plate. Is that not what I got? Plate modified. That won't work. The orientation's wrong. Has to go like that. This would be right. But then I'd have to get a whole wing on top of that. What other clips do we have? This is the right size and orientation. Oh. Then those turrets in the way. That stinks. Happens if I flip it around. Can't get any closer. Okay. Well, let's see what else we got. This guy is a little too tall. This would get real complicated. But oh, it's already conflicting. What is it conflicting with? Oh, that thing in there. Okay. Dang it. Thought we had a winner. Okay. This will probably do the same thing. It's conflicting with that right there. Nope. Nope, that's not what I want you to do. Stop rotating. So my issue with going to Brick World Chicago or any of the other big conventions is generally that when I've gone to Brick Rodeo, it's usually because I want to show off a mock and I build a really big thing, or I have like 5 mocks that I bring, and I don't really spend a whole lot of time doing the other things like the games and the talks and the workshops and stuff. Because I'm usually hanging out with the people that I know from our lug, or I'm volunteering, or I'm kind of babying my mocks at some point. So like I'll go to a couple events, but I'll just kind of sit in on them. I think last year when I went with Beth, it was one of the first times that I actually went to and participated in some games and workshops and did some other stuff. So going to something out of state where you have to fly, because if I go to DFW or Houston, I can pack a fairly sized mock in the car, but if I'm flying, I can't really do that. I would love to be able to do that, but I don't think that's going to be possible. So I would really like to figure out, if I go to Bricks Cascade or Brick Slopes up in Colorado, if I did Brick Slopes up in Denver, that'd be a lot of fun, because then I could kind of, I could go see them and then I could go visit family while I'm up there. So that would be fun. But then you have to then you have to be okay with just doing the things that are available at the con instead of like showing off mocks. And you go to see like what other conventions are doing, and Seeing if it's something you can maybe bring back to your group. Have you all done that? Have you done out-of-state conventions or conventions that aren't like the one put on by your lug? See, this is something the Lego set doesn't really do. The wings are straight. Look how straight these wings are. They work really hard on getting these different colors in there, but the wings on the ends don't have these little angles. I don't know that I'm going to be able to do it, but Brick Eerie. Okay. So we're going to rotate this a little farther back. This isn't going to be in the right color. This probably isn't going to be in the right color. That'll have to be dark gray. That'll have to be dark gray. Although, we could make this in, come in that color. And that does. There's this angled piece that would be kind of fun to put down here like that. That's actually not a bad idea. And then I can put a tile if they come in. Yeah. I wish this came in. I may have to do dark gray instead. What did I color that? Oh, let's just do black. That's not too shabby. Yeah, that's not too bad at all. So let's do, if I can do this without selecting everything, we'll do copy and mirror. Boom. Yeah, not bad at all, I don't think. Solid. Solid, solid, solid. What are we at? So we do 90. And then technically this all can rotate because it's all in this bar if I wanted to. But yeah, that's not too bad. Oops. What happened to... I don't know why the copy mirror wasn't part of the undo. Okay, so let's save it. This is working out pretty good because my voice is giving out and I think I got about 30 minutes left in me. So okay. So real quick, the back end is two thrusters that you can't really see. This looks like one, but it's actually like these two round things. So I think what I'm going to do for this is there's a lift arm that is 2 that I'm going to do. Hopefully I can do it in dark blue gray. Perfect. Yeah, this is going to be super basic. And to give it kind of a scalloped side here, I think I might do log, because I think these can be in this color. So it's not real obvious what's going on here. But then there's the top that's got this that we can do. Do a modified brick. It's gonna be like the fastest microfighter ever done. And then I'm gonna seal this all with plate. Actually, what I'm gonna do is, since we've got these, I'm gonna get more of those pieces. Do that, and then the plate like this. And then ingots. Now, this is all where it falls apart. You can get dark tan ingots. And just like that, it's finished. There's the inverted tile. What colors did these come in? Nope. Comes in those things. Is there any other piece on here that I wouldn't mind reusing? To give it like a so sometimes I like using these guys as greebling. But I think that's too much in this case. Especially since I don't know what the underside of this thing looks like. All I have is this. And it's smooth except for this little back panel here. Which I almost feel like if we just left it like that. Can these come in? I'm sure these are expensive. Oh, 8 cents. Yeah. Don't want to do too much gray. All All right, so I'm not 100% on this, but I think this is a good compromise. I think if you looked at this and then looked at this, you'd be like, yeah, that's kind of the same thing. I can see that. The important thing is that it has the functionality like these things. This should be able to rotate all the way back. So should be able to rotate back without hitting anything. Yeah, that slides in there like really nicely. And then this should, again, we're going to see if this rolls up. Nope. And then this should all rotate that way. So technically, this is what it looks like coming out of a launch tube. This is a little thick right here, but I could probably move this back. Yeah, I mean, that it has a little room. So if you wanted to, you might be able to get away with doing this with a 3L bar. So this is what it looks like coming out of the launch tube, and then everything springs up and opens up, right? And it goes like this. If you haven't seen the movie yet, it's actually kind of a cool scene. You know, Din Djarin's piloting this giant ship, and he's coming in, and they usually have these two kind of like escorting them in, sort of like the twin pod cloud cars were escorting the Falcon in to Bespin. It's that same feel, right? Got some ships patrolling the area, we're going to escort you in. But there's one scene where he's kind of crashing in with a bigger ship, and they just launch like 5 of these, and then the X-Wings show up. It's all this big thing, but they're these giant tubes that are kind of angled like that, and they just go shunk, 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 Battlestar Galactica style. It's really cool. Yeah, so that's it. I don't really need to do anything else with this, I don't think. If you want to, you can put rounded plates on the back here for thrusters. It looked like these were yellow, so if you wanted to do like trans yellow, like that, to give it the idea that that's a thruster, but you don't really have to. And we're at 59 parts. So the other thing I might do these hollow. If you wanted to, there's these 1x3 rounded plates. So I can get this in here. See if the software recognizes that it needs to go here. So, if you did this, you'd give him a little bit of a like a wall to sit in, and then you could cover this with, I don't think you can really cover that with anything. These don't come in that color. Oh, they do. Wow. I'm shocked at what things come in dark tan. I wish you could put this over here. But that conflicts. Can do that. So I mean, there's options to kind of fill in that area. Come on, olive green. I mean, just hits keep on rolling. Or dark, actually dark gray would be better. So yeah, you can do that. What did I color this? Oh, these need to be dark blue gray. Dark gray. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's an option if you want to do that or keep it open. Either is probably good. This might get a little finicky, but I think it looks pretty cool, honestly. I don't know if this will rotate now. Probably won't. Oh no, it will. It'll rotate. Oh, it'll rotate right where you need it to be. And it'll stop, because that's right there. Look at that. Perfect. I can get it to sit back in there like this. I love it when a plan comes together. Nice. Yeah, I like it. I think it's done. Cool. Save. I'm going to render while we're sitting here. Hopefully it doesn't kill everything, but we shall see. We'll see how it handles the rendering with OBS. And then I think I'm going to call it a night just because my voice is going out and I want to give myself a little time to recuperate before tomorrow because I got a big day Saturday. I want to be able to talk to people. So yeah, I think that worked out pretty good. It's a nice little ship. I don't think a lot of people will get what it is, even if I build it all. But they might. You don't know. Cool. Well, thanks everybody for hanging out. Sorry it was a short one, but Sunday I think I'll be here again, so we can work more on probably either the stadium or the UCS Vulture. Depends on what it feel like. For those I'll see you Saturday. If not, have a great weekend, and I will talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye.